Mila Kunis, known worldwide for her roles in film and television, recently shared a side of her life that fans rarely get to see, one that is far removed from Hollywood glamour and the glitz of red carpets. During a candid appearance on the Today Show, Kunis discussed her unexpected and somewhat comical role as the head of her neighborhood's Homeowners Association, HOA. While it might seem unusual for a major Hollywood star to take on such a responsibility, Kunis' explanation and experiences reveal a mix of humor, frustration, and relatability that many viewers could instantly understand. In a world where celebrities often seem removed from everyday responsibilities, hearing Kunis describe the realities of HOA management offered a refreshing glimpse of her grounded nature and her willingness to embrace even the most mundane aspects of adult life. Kunis began by joking about the sheer volume of complaints she receives from her neighbors. As the president of her HOA, her phone is constantly buzzing with messages and emails, nearly all of them grievances. "All people do is complain, all I get is complaints all day long," she said with a laugh, highlighting the universal frustration that comes with managing a community. While the position of HOA president might seem prestigious or authoritative to some, Kunis' description makes it clear that it is often thankless work, filled with small-scale conflicts and ongoing requests for attention. The actress noted with humorous exasperation that no one ever offers praise or gratitude. "No one ever goes, 'You know what? Thank you so much for anything, ever,'" she added. It is this blend of constant demands and lack of acknowledgement that many people outside Hollywood might recognize from their own community experiences, making her story both relatable and entertaining. Kunis lives in the neighborhood with her husband, Ashton Kutcher, who himself is no stranger to public life and high-profile work, and their 2 children, Wyatt, 11, and Dimitri, 9. Despite the demands of managing a household and raising 2 children, Kunis took on the role of HOA president, a decision she admits came about less because of personal ambition and more because no one else was willing to step up. "I only accepted the position because no one else wanted it," she admitted, illustrating a common truth for many community organizations. Positions of responsibility are often assumed reluctantly, and the work itself can be much more demanding than outsiders anticipate. In taking on this role, Kunis demonstrated a willingness to serve her community, even if the rewards were limited to the satisfaction of keeping her neighborhood running smoothly. Adding to the humor of her account, Kunis discussed how she plans to use her celebrity status to advocate for HOA presidents across the country. "I'm gonna start a petition as a homeowner, as a head of the Homeowners Association," she joked, expressing a playful desire to bring recognition to a role that is often undervalued and overlooked. Her statement reflects both a tongue-in-cheek awareness of her public platform and a genuine understanding of how demanding and underappreciated HOA work can be. It is rare to hear public figures acknowledge the value of everyday labor in such a humorous and self-aware way, and Kunis' comments highlight her ability to find levity in what many would consider a tedious responsibility. In discussing her efforts to make HOA management more effective and appreciated, Kunis revealed her innovative use of technology and communication tools. She explained that she had spent considerable time drafting emails to communicate with neighbors about various issues, and she humorously credited ChatGPT for helping her craft these messages. "I worked hard at it. ChatGPT and I worked really hard at putting that email together," she said, showing her willingness to combine traditional responsibilities with modern tools to manage community communications efficiently. Her use of technology underscores the evolving nature of neighborhood administration and the ways in which modern solutions can support even the most traditional forms of civic engagement. A particularly relatable aspect of Kunis' story is her strategy for encouraging neighbors to respond to her emails and acknowledge her efforts. Realizing that many residents rarely express gratitude or even respond to communications, she recruited a friend who also lives in the neighborhood to model the kind of polite engagement she hopes to see more broadly. "Recently, I had to text my friend who lives in the neighborhood," Kunis said. "And I was like, you need to reply to my email and be like, 'Thank you so much,' so that I can encourage other people to acknowledge my email." This anecdote highlights a common tactic in community management, leading by example. By creating small successes and demonstrating the desired behavior, Kunis hopes to cultivate a culture of responsiveness and appreciation among her neighbors. The humor in this approach lies in its simplicity and the irony that a globally famous actress must employ such basic strategies to elicit simple manners in her community. Beyond the humor and frustrations, Kunis' account sheds light on the realities of community leadership and the challenges that come with taking on administrative responsibilities. HOA presidents often deal with conflicts over shared spaces, maintenance issues, noise complaints, and neighborhood disputes, tasks that require patience, diplomacy, and organizational skills. For someone accustomed to the unpredictability of the entertainment industry, these responsibilities might seem mundane, but they are no less important to the cohesion and well-being of the neighborhood. Kunis' willingness to embrace this role, despite the lack of prestige and constant complaints, speaks to her sense of duty and her practical approach to problem-solving. Kunis' experiences also highlight the paradox of visibility and anonymity in community roles. While she is constantly in the public eye as an actress, her role as HOA president is almost entirely behind the scenes. She receives little recognition or accolades for the work she does, yet it is essential for the smooth functioning of her neighborhood. This duality, being highly visible on a global scale but largely anonymous within her own community, adds an interesting dimension to her story. It illustrates that leadership, whether in Hollywood or at home, often involves performing essential work without expectation of recognition or reward. Her story resonates because it is inherently human. Most people have experienced situations where their efforts go unnoticed or underappreciated, whether at work, at home, or in volunteer roles. Kunis' candid acknowledgement of this reality, coupled with her humor and relatability, makes her account more than just a celebrity anecdote. It is a reflection on the universal experience of labor, responsibility, and the desire for acknowledgement. Her comments, while light-hearted, strike a chord with anyone who has ever felt overwhelmed by the demands of managing others or the frustration of being taken for granted. Kunis' approach to HOA.